So, this year I've been kind of at a mental blockade. I really always have. I've never been able to really talk about my feelings or express myself verbally. For some reason, even just talking about my day immediately clicks in my head that I'm being selfish. And art has always helped me with that.
What did you say, honey? What are you doing, Gret?
Put the quiz away.
Yeah, good job. Hi, Abe. No, you're too close. You're too close.
I'm not jumping out and telling you exactly how I'm feeling. People can kind of interpret it in their own way and perceive it through their eyes. And I've always kind of loved that. I took AP twice. And I remember over the course of those 2 years, my art had really staggered in like creativity and passion and talent and technique. Like, starting out, my pieces were loud and bold and heavy and messy and chaotic, but I didn't like them. They were very much me at the time, but I wasn't proud of the way they looked. And then, the next year, I kind of restrained myself. And I took inspiration from outside of myself, my friends. I would paint my favorite pictures of them. And I like the way they turned out. And they are inherently good pieces. But there's nothing behind them. I guess I'm learning that to do it for me. Because art makes me happy. It clears my head. Which is not something that happens often. Learning to take back my art for myself and to use my newfound talent and techniques to put into my passion. I can better my growth as a person. I don't know, maybe it will inspire me to talk about them more. I don't know why it's always been so hard for me to open up. I'm not really sure where it came from. I've always had like amazing support. I guess it's because I'm afraid of being known especially by the people who already know me the most. And I guess it's because I don't want them to worry or see me in a bad light or think they're doing anything wrong. Because the last thing they're doing is something wrong when it comes to me. And my grandma has always been and will always be my twin flame. I think we are so alike, and that's so vain of me to say because she is amazing. I've never heard her say a bad thing about anyone, and I am not exaggerating. And I know she's proud of me. And if I am anything like her, like I hope I am, then I know I'll be alright.
Perfection. And then Greta's art.
Oh.
What?
I'm singing.
Oh, It's a Small World.
What's your favorite one?
I love that. I loved it at the time. I thought that was.
I made that in 7th grade.
I know, but I thought the eye was amazing. That I loved, but it was so dark.
Oh, that's
I mean,
charcoal.
It was, yeah. And that was good. I loved your eyes, the way, I think the reflections you do in your eyes. I loved that one.
Yeah.
That was really,
That's my first watercolor.
yeah, that one was really good. And of course this.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all so different.
Yeah.
They're all, they're just different. So that's why I love so many of them.
Do you remember when I started drawing though?
When you were little, yes. When you used to sit in the corner in the dining room for hours with your crayons, and you'd line your crayons up in color code. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
What would I make?
Yep. I think you would do more like just, what do you call it, like still life? You would try and draw things that are around the room.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. You would draw like a window with a curtain. And your mom must have it, if she still has your boxes, because under your beds, remember, we kept
Yeah,
hundreds.
I didn't see any.
I don't
kept
know.
them?
Well, Mom did. I
Yeah.
might have some of I do probably, pieces, maybe up in the attic, but what I would do is, if you would do so, I would put it in a drawer or put it in a folder, and now I'd have to look around. Still have.
I didn't remember that I'd do still lifes that little.
Yep. Yep. Or you would do, but a lot of the cartoon princesses, you drew princesses. I wish I should go check in the attic, but I don't think I have a heck of a lot, because most of your coloring was done at your house. I don't think we did too much, some artwork here, but mostly at your house. The distortion.
I think the texture's really cool in this one. Because I just used, I think it was gouache first, and then I went back in with the colored pencil for the defined lines.
Oh, okay. Are you taking art classes in?
I'm just in art
school?
history class
Art
right
history. But, so art history, you able to draw? You're just
No.
none
Well,
at
there's
all?
a project where I picked the drawing option,
Oh, good.
so I have a piece idea for that one.
Yeah. You should draw as much as you can.
I noticed that each way
You know the words. Oh wow, that was a higher. What's your favorite thing to draw? What do you think you like or do you just like the variety?
I just kind of like doing my friends recently.
Yeah.
My favorite pictures of my friends. But I want to get into doing like my own stuff again instead of just drawing pictures. Like I like thinking of ideas. I just haven't been doing that.
Such as what? Which ones? Like, what were your?
So this one was an art journaling project where all of these words, it was a rant page. Like we got like a note card and we could just talk about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And we can either like draw over it or like if you ran out of space, just keep writing on top or like scribble over it.
Oh, okay.
And then
it's in a binder.
This is like my journal. Once we finished writing, we teared it up and then made it into a piece.
Oh.
So I did this because like it kind of like is a bunch of layers and spirals because like what I wrote about was like a bunch of different things that kind of like was like layered on top of each other.
Nice.
So I did like circles and then like the squares and depth spiraling. Like I like depths and stuff.
Yeah, like the vines.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the sun burst and the yeah. Well, we should have maybe Mom put something in the just didn't take them out of the bins, but I'm sure she's got a. I doubt she threw away because she had tons of it.
Yeah.
Between you and Mo, I remember Ava's more because it was in her drawer, and every time I pulled a drawer out, oh my God, all these things. And but yours, I can't remember where she kept them. I think in your closet, in a bin, but hopefully they're still around. Because I don't think she would have thrown them out. That's cute. All right, I'm gonna finish it.
Miss Straus is one of my favorite teachers I've ever had. I've always admired my art teachers more, but in a way, she wasn't just an art teacher. She's my friend, and she just taught me a lot about character. Her classroom, and I know I'm not the only one, was the only place at my high school where I felt safe and where I could be myself. Every period she has kids from all over the building just come into her class and say hi, no matter the time. She's very much an outlet that school needs and that I needed. When I think about my mind quieting and whenever I'm creating, I think of sitting in her chairs, in her room, her music playing off in the distance, and she's sitting at her desk and she's letting me be me. I always felt like I could tell her anything. Walk in. Yeah. Bye.
Wow. That's so cool.
As of yesterday at like 3 p.m. So
I feel like they did the thing in school, the preview. I think kids were like, I don't know if it was like the part that they showed. It was such like a story.
Okay, it's rolling. But like, I missed you.
Oh, I miss you, Greta.
I know. I miss this class a lot.
You were part of like an amazing like cohort of students. Like your whole way through, I feel like was just so nice. Like everything about it.
Yeah, we had a good class for like
you
every
had
year.
such a good class. And then culminating in AP, I feel like was like the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we always just like, I always sat in that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Except when we had the big tables, we were over there.
I know.
We would always get like DoorDash by the window too.
Until we couldn't anymore.
Yeah.
Until we got in big trouble and it is no more.
Yeah.
Should I look at you?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'm
yeah.
like, am I supposed to look like...
What? Whatever makes you most comfortable.
Okay, I'll just
yeah.
look at you.
I was gonna say like, but in like one word, how would you describe like my artwork?
One word?
Or like a phrase, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Initially, the word ethereal comes into my mind, but like, I feel like it's different than that. Like, it has a loose quality that to me allows for much interpretation from the viewer. Like, I'm remembering those scenes of the people like at a table, but they were characters, like they weren't people.
Oh,
What
the
were
seed
they?
pod thing.
Yes, the seed pods.
Yeah.
And they were like in a space that I feel like left enough to our imagination that we could look at it and be like, wait, what's happening? Because then you're like, wait a minute, what are those? And you want to kind of like go in it.
Yeah.
Can I grab that? Like,
Sure.
not be on the...
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this was the same way. Like, it's the same. It has like a loose, like painterly quality that I feel like this is all of us kind of.
Yeah.
And like, is it that moment where we're like having that space away from everything? Like, that's how I feel when I look at it. Like, I have kids, so if it's me, it's when I'm like, I've had enough of everybody, and I just need the quiet of like being calm. And I know it's like in the shower, but like, but just that moment away, it's so beautiful. But yeah, it's like you leave, like the painterly quality feels loose enough that it, you know, it doesn't have detail, but that makes it, that allows us to all see ourselves in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel like your process of making that, like we felt that, because I remember it
I
would
hated
always be-
planning.
I know, that's what I was going to say. I'd be like, all right, what's your plan? Like, you got a planning paper? Like, is there anything on this? And you'd be like, I don't know. But then, like, this would happen, so it would kind of all be okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like, to think about how many years you spend here, and then you, like, go. And it, also the way it becomes homey.
Yeah.
Like the class.
I was in here all the time.
I know.
I remember like sophomore year, I would like eat here instead of like in the lunch area.
It's like homey because it's like all the stuff I love in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like when you have a job like this that you have to be in one space all the time, you have to make it yours. You
Yeah.
know, we've been talking about that a lot lately. And you have to make it like what you think your students would love as well. It's an art room, so you have to feel at home in here, you know.
We're good.
That's Emma.
I forgot my brother.
Aww. You say you forgot your brother goes here.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
I love that one. That's in the
So
Riley. Those are our senior boxes. I still
How's
have
she
those.
doing? How's Riley?
She's good. She's gonna study abroad next year.
She
Greece.
is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. I love that. Oh.
That one I did for Mother's Day.
Dude, that's so cute.
That's my favorite picture of me and my mom.
I love that. Look at you. How cute. I love your arms. Oh. That's so cute. Oh, I like that.
That's my room.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I know. I really like. You guys also had like such a nice feeling, like the group of you all.
Yeah.
There was like a calm when you all came in. You know, it was just really lovely, and
This was our break.
it was, but it felt like my break in a way too. You know what I mean? Because you were like just lovely people to have
Yeah.
around and have in the room. You know, like that really is something that I kind of miss. I feel like every year we get something similar. Like, you know, every year there's an advanced level class, but you guys were a really lovely like group of people.
Yeah.
Everyone, you know, and you all really genuinely loved each other. This
Why
is
is
my
this your
favorite.
favorite?
Dude, it's beautiful. I feel like it captures you. Like it looks just like you. It's your eye, your lash, the whole thing. This is
think-
my favorite. It's a beautiful painting.
That was my first like realistic painting.
This one. Remember that? I love that painting. I love that. Oh, maybe I should make it my wallpaper.
My computer wallpaper. Is that weird? It's beautiful. Oh, look at you. You do plan.
That was like, that's how I planned to make it look like I did stuff.
So not that. Oh, this!
The seed pod.
Dude, the seed pods. I love them. I love them. I love that.
I like
Beautiful.
that. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Oh,
That was
That's so sweet.
caricatures, yeah.
I love that. It's so cute. Oh, that's so nice. Were you in a museum?
That was for sculpture. He wanted us to draw figures because we were
yeah.
doing that project. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I love those. We did those sophomore year.
These. Oh, the collection. I remember that project. I haven't done that since then.
These two are still. These are in my dorm room at college.
They're so cute.
Yeah, because I
This
have
is so cute.
a bunch of little ceramic animals like that.
They're adorable. Yes. I love seeing this.
Yeah.
I also think this size kind of suits you too.
Yeah.
You know, like it's small, but
It's easier to work.
Yeah. I really like your mark making over the color in this one too.
Yeah. That was, yeah, I did like a Sharpie pen over it first.
So nice. I know, I tuned in. These are so sweet. They're extra sweet because they're your friends, you know?
Yeah. You can come
You
in.
can come in. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Hi, you guys. I'm a famous movie star.
I was gonna ask, like, how would you say, like, over the years, like, my artwork, like, progressed or changed?
I think for sure when I think of you specifically, your style stayed kind of consistent, but I think your willingness to like experiment with it grew.
Yeah.
So when we, even just now when we looked through your Drawing and Painting 1 posts, it still had that line quality that you have in all your work, but I think you just managed how to sort of grow with it. Like you started to incorporate color and gouache, but then you would take that line and work on top of the gouache. So I feel like you had this innate like piece it was in you from the start, but you developed it further, I want to say, with experimenting with more material and experimenting even with the content. Like a lot more people, I feel like, when you were older, and even now, like those last two pieces of your roommates, it still has that line quality. Like it's clearly like a pencil drawing with value, but then you take the tip of that pencil and you get in there with the line, and I could see that from when you were in the beginning. To me, you've been very consistent in your personality and in who you are, and even in like your friendships. Like I feel like you've been consistent in valuing that.
Yeah.
In all parts of life, I think.
You know, I liked how you always gave like critiques, because like they were never just like get rid of everything, but you're just like, you should try stuff like this.
I think it's important. I think it's important on so many levels. It's even important as a person to be able to accept feedback, period, in all parts of life. And I think when I think about our first critiques in like intro classes, it can be odd in the beginning because people aren't used to having folks like tell you anything but, oh, that's, especially artists, especially students that come up having been like the art student in middle school, like they're not used to getting feedback from other people or from a new teacher. So it's hard in the beginning. It takes some time like building it in. We try to make it like more fun in the beginning, like it's just a question or two. Maybe we don't even share it in the beginning. You just kind of get it and you get to read it, the feedback that you get, so you can absorb it and not feel defensive. But
So cute. Ooh, excuse me. Hi. I love that.
I was so happy we did this though, because like I wanted to do this, like even before I came here. I was like, I want to do one of the murals.
We love it too because when we walk by and we see all your names, it's really sweet.
It's been a few weeks since I've last filmed, and I thought to kind of wrap up, I should do some sort of closing or reflection. To control my insecurities, I restrain my creativity. My pieces became so inauthentic. I picked capturing pictures instead of making my own. I withheld from mixed media to avoid mess and chose something restricted. Watercolor, because it was very easy for me to control, and at times where, all the time, when I feel out of control, it kind of helped me, but it made me lose touch of my style and my authenticity. I like line, and I like mess, and I like organized chaos, because that's, my mind is constantly working and ticking, so I feel like I like the style that kind of captivates so much going on. I think being so insecure, I project a certain look out. I do that because I'm so scared of being perceived and being known, so I want to control how people perceive me. Whether it's authentic or not, I want people to perceive me the way I sort of force them to. Doing so many self-portraits really helped me understand who I was physically and mentally. In a way, learning how to draw your face is a good way to learn who you are. That's so cringy. I think I'm starting to see myself clearer again, and that will help. It will help me create pieces more true to me. I don't think he looks like me.